Welcome to the November issue of our monthly video magazine Colors of India. We first meet Dr. Mahesh Sharma, Indian Minister of State for Culture and Tourism. He talks about the strategies to attract more Japanese tourists to India. Following suit, Vinod Zutshi, Secretary, Ministry of Tourism, detailing India's huge opportunities at the famous World Travel Market WTM 2016 in London, where India is the premier partner country. Then we take you to ITB Asia, the international tourism fair organized in Singapore, promoting India to the South and Southeast Asian countries. Back to India, in Udaipur, Rajasthan, we celebrate Gavari, a 40-day festival with the Bhil tribe. Our journey concludes in Kolkata with the 5-day Durga Puja festival, culminating into Diwali, a pan-India celebration.
The India-Japan Tourism Meet, organized in New Delhi, was an opportunity to develop the huge and yet relatively untapped tourism potential between the two countries by attracting more Japanese tourists to India, notably those interested in Buddhist circuits, and by boosting Japanese companies' investment in tourism and tourism infrastructure in India.
See, India and Japan enjoy the legacy of the old relations since as long as 6 BC centuries. Because of the Buddhism spreading from India, we are privileged to have, out of the even 8 places of Buddhism tourism, 7 are in India. And the warmth relations, and at present the India and Japan, the two vibrant economies are going together. We have around 200,000 international tourists coming from Japan every year over here. We'll need help from our Japanese friends and investors in spa and wellness tourism in some part of our country, like the Kerala, the South India, the Bangalore part and all those places. But especially we'll request them to join hands in developing this Buddhism tourism.
We are preparing very well for this WTM edition of 2016, primarily for the reason that we are the premier partner countries, and you always have more expectations, you have more visibility. So in terms of branding, the branding has already started. WTM, we have got into an MOU, a memorandum of understanding, between the WTM and the Ministry of Tourism, and it's going very well. Now we are preparing for the actual show, and we are taking a big team. We are having as many as 24 to 25 states of India representing India. Our presentation is that India, the land of eternal heritage, and we are going to project that also in a big manner. But we have a diversity of destinations, we have diversity of themes. I mean, you name one and you will find everything in India. So since we have diversity, we have product and service for every requirement of every country. So our focus in terms of promotion and marketing is the whole world.
India Tourism was at ITB Asia, the international tourism fair organized in Singapore in October to promote the destination to the South and Southeast Asian countries. Amongst the main interests of Asian tourists, the Buddhism trails, the Ayurvedic treatment, and the adventure activities. R.K. Suman, Director of India Tourism Office in Singapore, talks about the dynamics of the Asian market.
We find a lot of interest from the ASEAN countries. Malaysia is the number one who is giving the inbound to India, and second is Thailand, and then Singapore. All the 10 countries of ASEAN are granted the e-tourist visa.
Composed majorly of Buddhists, the Asian tourists come in mass as pilgrims to visit the land of birth of the Buddha.
We did the International Buddhist Conclave recently in October, and this was very much successful. We invited around more than 150 people, including monks. Buddhist circuit is a fixed circuit that starts from the place, you can say, Buddha got the enlightenment. That is the Bodh Gaya. That is the most sacred place for Buddhists. And that follows all the works of the Buddhas, where he went, where he given the first sermon, where he did his other works, and lastly where he got his nirvana, that means final rest.
The Bhil community is one of the distinct tribes of Udaipur. They have nurtured a unique and splendid tradition of folk songs and dances, of which Gavri is the most noteworthy. Through Gavri, they express their devotion to Lord Shiva and his wife Parvati. The festival is celebrated for 40 days, during which the community strictly follows the traditions and ceases to eat green vegetables.
हमारा ये नृत्य करते हैं, इस नृत्य को हम गौरी नृत्य बोलते हैं। ये नृत्य रक्षाबंधन के दूसरे दिन से चालू होता है, तो ये करीबन 40 दिन तक चलता है। उसमें पूरे गांव वाले ये नाचते करते, तो ये काम करते हैं। तो क्या ये उस गांव में इतना रीति रिवाज रहता है कि उसमें कोई हरी सब्जी नहीं खाता है, बिस्तर पे नहीं सोते हैं, जूते नहीं पहनते हैं। ये पूरा गांव उस नियम के आधार पर रहते हैं और देवी देवताओं की आराधना करते हैं, शिव पार्वती का प्रोग्राम करते हैं।
During this festival, people of all ages take part in the dance drama performances and use different costumes and colors to represent Lord Shiva and the demon Bhasmasur. They conclude the festivities by immersing an elephant effigy in a river.
The Durga Puja in Kolkata has always been a special affair where months of preparation go into the making of idols, pandals and intricate artwork. This 5-day celebration sees the entire city in a flurry of activities. Every street corner houses its own pandal where the goddess stands tall with special themes. The sound of the percussion instrument known as dhak echoes through the streets where thousands gather in traditional wear with friends and family. This is the celebration of the period where the goddess is said to have conquered the evil. The puja ends with the immersion of the god into the river Ganges. It is both a moment of joy and despair, with men letting go of Durga in the river. The revelers chant Asche Bochor Abar Hobe, which loosely translates to next year will be a repeat, thus completing the cycle while looking forward to the next puja with unwavering anticipation.
Diwali, the Indian festival of lights, spiritually signifies the victory of light over darkness, good over evil, knowledge over ignorance, and hope over despair. One of the major festivals of Hindu religion, its celebration includes millions of lights shining around temples and other buildings across communities. At night, shops are full of decorations, gifts, and crackers. The streets are vibrant and are illuminated with earthen lamps, candlesticks, and electric bulbs. The bazaars or markets are overcrowded with people out shopping handicraft, jewelry, and household goodies. Street food is definitely a vivid part of Diwali, as the festival is a major celebration of flavors. Diwali is finally a festival of sounds and sights, with fireworks to illuminate people's hearts and fill them with joy. Rendezvous for our next issue of Colors of India. Follow our news on www.mediaindia.eu. MIG team from New Delhi and Kolkata.